a lot of noise. I'm sorry. It's a little toasty outside, so with the air conditioning on, it's great. Boy, do I have a video today. Sorry, I look disgusting. It's okay. It's okay. Because I was not about to do like a full face of makeup for a video. Anyways, I have a video today. Long time no see, by the way. Let's just do a quick synopsis on what's happened so far in my life real quick. I still have my chameleon, thank God. I don't know, it's summer. It's been summer for a while though. Oh my God, I got a job. I'm such an adult now. And yeah, I start this week. That's so exciting. Anyways, yeah, and I look like this most of the time. So we're doing good. We're doing good. Anyways, today's video is a little controversial. Well, like, the person it's about is controversial. And that would be Shane Dawson. Yeah. We all know and love him, right? No, we don't. So basically, the tea is, so Shane Dawson, he grew up bullied because of his weight, because he was overweight as a child, and so he grew up very bullied, and he had an abusive alcoholic father. So like, he had a bad life at school, and then he would come home and it wouldn't be any better, basically. And so yeah, when he first started out on YouTube, because he is a YouTuber, as most of my videos, like the topic, they are YouTubers. But he is a YouTuber. He has quite a few subscribers still, even after all this drama, but he did lose a lot. When starting out, he had a channel called Shane Dawson TV. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes. He had a channel called Shane Dawson TV. He basically used it to make silly videos showing off his personality, I guess. But he made this one video which caused, okay, the video is basically him at work, dancing on a pole. And so that was like an issue to his employers, obviously. Here's the thing though, he wasn't the only one like that worked there, obviously, but like, he got himself fired, his mother fired because she worked there, and his brother fired because he worked there, and 6 other employees fired because they were in the video. And that wasn't a red flag to him that, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. I got not just me and some coworkers fired, but my mother and brother fired. No, that wasn't a red flag to him. But yeah, after this video, it was taken down, the channel was taken down, like he didn't have that channel anymore. And so he created another channel to continue making videos. His new channel was called Shane Dawson TV 2. This channel, he was a bit more serious about. He took it a little bit more seriously. He made short films, music video parodies, and all that. He found a new interest, a new like passion, and that was film industry, like the film industry. But over time he got bored of this style, like short films and music videos. He just got bored of it. So he kind of ditched that channel. I don't know if it's still up. It might be. I don't know. He probably deleted it or deleted all the videos in it as well. I don't really know. But he basically got bored or tired of making the same content over and over again. which, whatever. As if he doesn't do that now. Anyways, so he made a third channel, final channel. I don't know. He might make a new channel. He's not dead yet, so. But he made his third most popular and most used channel. He's still using it to this day. Yeah. And that was just called Shane. Like, it's literally just called Shane. He mostly made vlogs when first starting this channel. He made vlogs. Ooh, that was loud. He then started introducing a character. This is where, like, all his real drama started out. So, he posted a video introducing this character that he created called Shanae. This character was very racist and based on stereotypes of Black people. So just, it was literally created off of stereotypes, which, if that doesn't show racism and disrespect, I don't know what does. But this character at the time got him a lot of really good attention. At the time it was good for him because he gained a lot of subscribers from it, and it kind of like shot his channel through the roof. And he didn't get a lot of good attention as a child, and so when he got all this attention from people, he ate it up. Like, literally, it fueled all of his videos. Hey, I'm editing right now. I just noticed that I look down a lot more than I thought I was looking down. It's because I'm reading my notes. Oy, I literally had a journal and I was just reading my notes, so that's why I look down so much. Sorry. This caused him to make more skits, more characters, and just more crappy content. And just, it was, yeah. Basically what as he gained more subscribers, as I said, he made more characters. In these characters, he participated in blackfish, Asian fishing, and even said the N-word multiple times. So let's just start off with his racism. Let's, like, really dive deep into his racism. He had a Black friend. I forgot her name. Shayna, I think. I don't know her name. But she, yeah. Anyways, she made a video, basically talking about how it was being friends with Shane, because she is no longer speaking with him, I don't think. But she came out and she said he was actually really uncomfortable with saying the N-word and doing blackface and all of this crap. He was uncomfortable with it, but she came from, I don't think she's from America. Like, you know what I mean? So she didn't understand American culture when she became friends with Shane, basically is what I'm saying. So she was like giving him the green light. She was like, go for it. I don't see the issue with it. And instead of Shane knowing that it was wrong, like, he knew it was wrong, that's why he was uncomfortable with saying it. He was like, oh, I don't know about this, but then she said, oh, it's okay, I really don't see the issue. He, instead of saying, no, it's okay, we can find content in other ways, he goes, oh, okay, and does it. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Like, that's a great move on his part, don't you think? No. No. I really have no words. He knew it was wrong, and he got the green light from one person and used it as the green light from everyone. Like, he thought it was okay to everyone because one person thought it was okay. Okay. You kind of fast forward to 2010 to like 2014, like a 4-year time frame. He gained a lot of subscribers. He was really blowing up on YouTube. He was getting really popular. And at the time, there wasn't really like a filter, like an age filter on YouTube. And so young children could watch anything they wanted, and they come across Shane and they're like, oh yeah, let's start watching him, and he makes like this funny content, and so they continue to watch him, they subscribe and all that. That's just how it works. Like, you find someone you like, you subscribe, and you just watch them and watch them and watch them until you don't want to anymore. Now, he kind of took advantage of that. Like, he knew his, like, subscribers, majority of them were children or younger, like, not his technical age, like, that he was in.
Okay, so clearly I have a lot of issues with talking in this video that I just didn't realize before. What I was trying to say was his target audience should have been like 18 and up, but it wasn't, and he took advantage of the fact that it wasn't, and so it was more impressionable people that are watching him.
He made chat rooms, like video chat rooms, with girls aged, the age ranges went from 10 to 16 years old. And he doesn't see a problem with that. Yeah, and so this is where it comes out that he was not even low-key, he was a pedophile. Like, he was literally, he dabbled in pedophilia. Like, come on now. What? Alright, so he went in these chat rooms with girls 10 to 16 years old. Like, that was the range of all these chat rooms. And he just said creepy things. And it came out, like, a lot of people came out and said, oh, he wouldn't show you any attention unless you were doing something crazy like twerking for him. Twerking for him. And then he gave you all the attention. And this one girl came out and said she learned to twerk so that he would give her attention. And then once he did, he just kept messaging her, kept making video calls with her, and a whole bunch of other girls that did the same thing. Like, he still is disgusting. Like, it's not okay. Anyways, as he gained more subscribers, he also began to have meet and greets, as YouTubers do. They have meet and greets. Okay. I don't understand the point of meet and greets. Like, yeah, I get it. You're a diehard fan of a YouTuber and you want to meet them in real life. You do you. And it would have been fine if he wasn't a creep, you know? But he was and still is. So basically, a 12-year-old girl, I don't know, messaged him or went to his meet and greet and told him this. Like, I know she went to his meet and greet, but that's besides, it doesn't really matter how he came to this agreement. But this 12-year-old girl hadn't had her first kiss yet, and she wanted Shane Dawson to be her first kiss. Mind you, at the time, he was 26. Make it make sense. He was 26, and he agreed to be the first kiss of a 12-year-old girl. So she shows up at his meet and greet. It doesn't really matter how it came to be. He kisses her. A 26-year-old kissing a 12-year-old. Sorry? I'm sorry. Oh, anyways, you fast forward a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And he brought this 15-year-old girl to replace some friend that he dropped. Because, yeah. So he dropped this friend. He brought in a 15-year-old girl to be in his videos. Now, nothing's come out that he was, like, a creep towards her. And she stayed for a while. Like, well, not really. Like, 2 to 3 years. But, like, still. And so he brings in a 15-year-old girl, again, 20-something years old. Anyways, so when she finally left, she was about 18. And so on one of his podcasts, or on his podcast, I think he only has one, he did an 18th birthday special for her. And, okay, they were celebrating her 18th birthday. Some really creepy stuff, like pictures came out from behind the scenes of the podcast. It's not up anymore. The video isn't up anymore. But, like, some pictures are out, and, like, he's just a creep. But, they were talking about it being her 18th birthday, and he was like, oh, you should make some nudes for your 18th birthday and put them out there, and I'll help you. What? How do you just say that with, like, no issue? Like, it's fine. Like, make some nudes. I'll help you make some nudes and put them out there. Let that sink in for a second. He thought that was okay. No. Anyways, you fast forward a bit more. 2014 to 2016. Now, I'm really not going into much detail because it really, like, there are videos out there with tons of detail, like exact dates. But I'm just giving you a synopsis because it really speaks for itself. Like, you should know that this is wrong. Anyways, 2014 to 2016, he began making newer videos. They were like guided, they were geared more towards like food and all that. But the children's side of YouTube, so like family channels or just children channels that made videos specifically geared towards children. So they were family friendly, very appropriate, all that. Now, I don't agree with family channels, but that's besides the point. They were geared towards children. He made thumbnails to his video that were eerily similar to these family channels. Like, scarily similar. And I'll put, like, I don't know, I'll compare them on the screen. But they were way too close. And you click on these videos, say you're a child ready to watch some family-friendly content. Now, obviously, they weren't sitting there like, ooh, I'm so excited for family-friendly content. That's besides the point. They wanted their channels, you know? And so they wanted their channels. So they were going to watch their channels. They come across Shane Dawson, who looks a lot like what they normally watch. Hey, Bob. And they click on it. And it's just this grown man, I think he's like 30-something at this point. This grown man eating random stuff, which, okay. It's still weird, but it's okay, I guess. But he makes disgusting, inappropriate jokes. And there are children clicking on these, listening to these disgusting jokes. Like, completely inappropriate. But, like, why would you make the format of your video, or, like, what makes you click on a video is the thumbnail and the title, but mostly the thumbnail, especially for kids. And so they click on this, and it's a grown man making disgusting jokes while eating. Like, why would you consciously make the decision to make your thumbnails look like this, knowing that children are going to click on it, and then you act like that? It's disgusting. You go to 2017, I don't know how, but things begin to skyrocket for him. He begins to get a lot of subscribers. He's doing great for his career. Like, his career is just going well. So he begins to make documentary style videos. He essentially finds his calling through these documentary videos. He still does them. Like, he started in 2017, and to now, he still makes documentary style videos. That's just what he loves to do. Now, in the peak of his career, around 2010, around there, he made a movie with one of his friends. He was the director and starred in it. And he was very rude, possessive, and aggressive towards everyone working for him. He showed no gratitude towards them. They were just little worker bees, and he was the queen bee, and he was very extremely rude towards them. And if you have that trait, it doesn't go away. It doesn't really ever go away, but it doesn't go away with 3 years of time. That's a trait that will not go away, especially when you have the platform and the money and the power that he had, because he really did have a lot of power over these people. And when you have that and you never lose it, you'll never lose that trait. You'll always have that trait. And so when he made these documentaries, we can only assume that he was like that behind the scenes. When the camera was off, we can only assume that he was that aggressive and possessive and rude about everything towards everyone. So he begins making these documentary videos, and he makes one with Jake Paul. Now behind the scenes, he sneaks psychiatrist or something like that. Excuse me. He sneaks a psychiatrist in without Jake knowing, and basically diagnoses him as a sociopath. Now, there's a lot of things that go into being a sociopath. And basically everything that was mentioned shows Shane. They're very much Shane. And in this, he mentions that Jake is a sociopath, that even his friend Garrett could be a sociopath. And I feel like that's just he's trying to put it off because he knows that he's one, or he, deep down, subconsciously, he knows he is a sociopath, and he wants to put it off, make it seem like, oh no, they're sociopaths, and I'm just the one who sees it. So, whatever. And so, if you look through, all of his drama videos, the one in Jake Paul, he talks about his abuse as a child. I don't know if it's true. It's not, I really couldn't care less. It's not about Jake and his past, it's about Shane Dawson. And so Jake is talking about abuse and just a bad childhood in general. And Shane shows absolutely no emotion. And you would think he was talking about abuse from his father. Shane's been through the same thing. You would think he could sympathize and he would be right there crying with him, being like, holy crap, I know exactly how that feels. Because typically you show more emotion when you can relate to something. And so even if you're not a big empath, but he claims he is really empathetic towards people, if you have a connection to it, like abuse from a father, you're gonna show empathy towards a person that is talking about it, but he shows absolutely no emotion. And that shows disconnection. But he has a connection to that. Unless he's disconnected himself from his trauma. But in other videos, he shows that he hasn't. So it's completely, it's weird. So anyways, another example could be a video that he did with Tana Mojo. She's literally sitting there having a panic attack about TanaCon, which, that's a whole nother issue. But she's sitting there having a panic attack, and you could, in some clips, see him smiling. trying to comfort her, but he's smiling or just looking right past her with no emotion, and he just shows ultimately no emotion towards her. But he claims that he's an empath. Make it make sense. And it's been found that he only really cries when he's talking about himself. And even those cries, to me personally, seem forced. Like he needs other people to believe that he's feeling this, you know? So like in one video he did with Ryland, they were all dressed as their fears. And so Shane's fear was being bald, Ryland's fear was being fat. And Shane claims that he was looking at Ryland and remembering his past of being fat, being bullied, having like no happiness in his life, basically. And the tears just seem so forced out of him. Like he feels that in remembrance of the trauma in his past, he's supposed to be crying, so he's forcing out a cry to seem normal. And that's what sociopaths do. That's exactly what they do. They do things to make them seem normal so no one questions them. And so that they fit in. Anyways. Another topic. So Shane, basically, he has all these friends, and he chooses like either one or two specific friends to take out all his aggression on. And so basically he chooses these friends. For the longest time it was this guy Garrett. Now they're not friends, but he chooses him and he takes out he is mean to them. And they are in the video, so they have to pretend they're not hurt by it. And then when other people in his videos make fun of them, he sits back and he laughs about it, and he even plays along with it. And like, these are your friends. If they're your friends, you stick up for them. You don't let people push them around, joke about them, make them feel small. And that's exactly what he does. He ridicules them, basically. Ooh, I love that word. Anyways, he gets away with this for so long. Like, it happens. My notes, hold on. This all starts in like 2010. Even prior to that, like 2008 is when his channel started, I believe. And it goes on until 2020 when things started coming out in June. June of 2020 is when all this crap really hit. All of it came to light at the same time. Like, it all just said, hey, we're back. Like, it's a lot. Like, and then it basically, in a matter of seconds, just burned his entire career that he built up to the ground. Because he has to own up for his issues. Now, as I said in the beginning, he was abused. He never really had a good childhood. That doesn't make any excuse for anything that he's done. At all. Nothing has an excuse. Absolutely nothing. Anyways, June 2020, he makes an apology video. It was actually June 26th, 2020. He makes an apology video. I watched it. And I also, so there's this channel, and it's this guy. He's a nonverbal analyst. He's a nonverbal analyst. So he focuses on like body language, basically. And his channel is called Observe. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. His channel is called Observe. I absolutely love him. Like, he's literally my favorite YouTuber right now. And he did a video on Shane Dawson's apology. And he noted that he made around 260 to 300 jump cuts in a 20-minute video. Like, why? In what world do you need to make really any jump cuts in an apology? It should be your raw emotion and raw apology to the crap that you have done. But he makes 260 to 300 jump cuts in 20 minutes. He also notes like a mouth shrug, which shows a lack of confidence, I think, in what you're saying, which could show deceit or lying, or like you're trying to gaslight people into believing it. This is purely based off of his body language. And like, if you watch it, even without watching the Observe video, it just feels so forced. Like I said before, his crying, it felt so forced. And yeah, I just like, it just, everything was so forced. Like, I don't know how else to explain that. Sorry, my brother came in. Anyways, yeah, that's basically it. It was like 30 minutes, jeez. Anyways, I spent like a long time on these notes. Like an hour and a half, I think. For 5 pages of notes. Yeah, and they're a hot mess, but somehow I managed to make it through. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I hope you liked it. Bye.